So today we're going to talk about circles. Circles are a set of all points in a plane that are a fixed distance away from one point that we call the center. The center I have represented here by our blue dot. Now there's two other lines that I have drawn within our circle, this green line and this red line. First we're going to talk about the red line. The red line is what we call the diameter. Now, diameter is the line that goes through the center and goes from one point to another point on the circle. This green line is what we call a radius. The radius goes from a point on the circle to the center of the circle. And there is a relationship between the radius and the diameter. As you can see here, two radius make up the diameter. So we can say that diameter is equal to 2 times r, or 2 times the radius. Next, we're going to take a look at these two formulas, circumference and area. Circumference being the distance around the circle. We know that circumference can be found by taking 2 times pi times the radius. We're actually going to see this formula show up in the construction of the area formula, which is pi r squared. Now, one little known fact that we might not know about is that the area of a circle actually comes from the area equals base times height for a quadrilateral. Now, I'm going to show you a little video here that's going to prove this theory.
Pi r squared gives you the area of a circle. But where does pi r squared come from? First, we'll draw a circle and fill in its area. Next, we'll divide it into large equal parts and arrange them in a rectangular formation. As you can see, it barely resembles a rectangle. So next, we'll divide the circle into small equal pieces, and we will arrange them in the same manner. You can see that it appears more like a rectangle. So if we divide the circle into even more smaller pieces, you can see that every time the shape becomes more like a rectangle. So how small must we divide a circle before we can get a perfect rectangle? We can keep on dividing the circle into small, smaller, or the smallest pieces you can make. But the answer is to divide the circle infinitely many times until we cannot distinguish the lines, and eventually the circle can now become a perfect rectangle. So, the area of the circle is equal to the area of the rectangle, which is equal to base times height. The height of the rectangle, as you can see, is the same as the radius, so height is equal to radius. To find the base, we need to look at the circumference of the circle. And when we compare the base and the circumference, we can see that the base is equal to 1/2 the circumference. Remember that the circumference is equal to 2 pi r. When we combine it with 1/2, the 2's cancel out, and base is equal to pi r. So now, base times height becomes pi r times r. Combine the r's together, and we have pi r squared, which is equal to the area of the rectangle, which is equal to the area of the circle.
Wow! In the words of Kanye West, that was amazing. So now let's check out and see how we can apply that formula, A equals pi r squared, into our problem. The first thing we need to ask ourselves is do we have a diameter or do we have a radius for our circle? And in here we have a radius going from the center to the circle. We plug our radius into our formula, and we go ahead, we do the math, and we end up getting an area of 9 pi. Now sometimes I'm going to ask you to leave an answer in pi, and we can go ahead, attach units to this, and we can be done. But in this case, I'm asking you to approximate 3.14 for pi, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to plug that in. So 9 times 3.14, which we all know off the top of our heads is 28.26. Now, as we said earlier, we want to attach units to that. All of our units for area are going to be in units squared. So this is 28.26 inches squared. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.